What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And today, I'm going to be going to dungeon wrestling with me, my dad, and my brother. So, yeah. We can't just go in this, so we gotta change. Let's do this together, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are now changed into our fit. We got the WWE title, we got the John Cena t-shirt, and we got some jeans on. It's the closest fit I could get to John Cena. So, yeah. We'll see you there.
Can you get a misprint from the train?
We are at our seats right now. We're so close to the ring. Look at this. This is gonna be insane. Let's go! Alright, y'all.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Calvary, welcome back to Dungeon Wrestling Live!
Yeah!
Folks, we've had a few card changes tonight. Unfortunately, we had to switcheroo a little bit of talent here, but we've still got 6 incredible matches for you tonight, including our main event, which includes Cutthroat Chris Knight defending the Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight Championship against the TNA Wrestling World Champion, Mike Santana. AMP Wrestling, so many decades ago, brought us the best professional wrestlers in the world, and we continue that tradition with Dungeon Wrestling tonight. The 20-minute time limit.
The opener match was Riley Rose versus Gigi Ray. Right at the bell, Gigi and Riley shook hands.
Here we go, first match of the night. It's gonna be crazy.
And then they began to stare each other down. Test of strength happened. Riley Rose tried to escape, got thrown into the ropes, and then Gigi got dropped with a massive shoulder tackle. Gigi jumped over Riley. She got rolled up though. Then she rolled up her. Both of them kicked out. Gigi went for a super kick and connected with it.
Oh, that's how you sell it.
It was really stiff too. It sounded crazy. She proceeded to hit a massive missile dropkick from the top rope, and the crowd exploded. She went for the pin, but Rose kicked out.
1, 2,
Rose then pinned Riley, and Riley kicked out.
2.
Then Rose hit a Samoan drop on Riley, went for the cover,
1, 2.
but she kicked out. All of a sudden, Gigi hit a crazy finisher and won the match. I couldn't get that part on camera though.
Let's go!
The next match was Harlan Abbott versus what looked like Nathan Frazier. So that's what I'm going to call him because I don't know his name. They started off with a test of strength. Right away, Frazier lifted up Harlan and then proceeded to drop him down with a massive suplex. But he got revenge with a big chop.
I've never seen a chop that close up. That hurt.
Then Abbott was looking for a massive, or what was going to be a massive pedigree, but Nathan Frazier got out of the way and hit him with a massive kick to the side of the head. Both of them were down, but Harlan got up and almost dislocated the arm of Frazier. Then tried to go for the pedigree again, but he couldn't get it, and he got jabbed into the corner by Frazier. Harlan then hit a massive sweet chin music and dropped Frazier, got back up, took a big clothesline, and then a big boot. Frazier then grabbed Harlan and hit a German suplex. Then Nathan was getting really fired up. And then he got thrown through the middle rope. He did a little flip into the ring. Harlan dodged, and then he still hit the clothesline. Frazier threw him into the ropes again, and Frazier hit a claymore.
1, 2, oh!
And then Harlan kicked out.
1, 2, oh!
And then he went for another pin, and he kicked out again.
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! 1, 2,
Nathan Frazier went for a pin,
1, 2.
and then he got reversed into another pin. Nathan was picking up Harlan. This move looked crazy. And then he dropped him on the mat. He kicked up, went to the top rope. He was taking a little too long though,
Oh yeah, the guy is moving. The guy
because when he went for the splash,
he's gonna move.
Abba was able to get it out of the way. Then out of nowhere, Homeless Ivar was able to take advantage and make Nathan Frazier tap out.
But now it's time for our next match. Our third match for Slam B2 is a one-on-one contest scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
One more. Whoa! You suck! Come on, buddy!
From Fort Greene,
Oh, come on, buddy. What are you doing?
222 pounds.
The next match was Michael Allen Richard Clark versus Kid Chocolate Mo Jabari.
Oh, he's gonna say something. He's gonna say something.
But then out of nowhere, Michael pulled out a mic.
As my last show, I put out the first ever Michael Allen Richard Clark's Flex Appeal Invitational, and I invited someone to come in this ring. They had the opportunity to win $100 if they could do 5 push-ups.
Yeah, but you put your foot on the last one.
And of course, in typical Calgary fashion, the bus person, the C-Train vagrant that I brought into the ring, failed to do the challenge.
No! You're so broke. You couldn't give him $100.
You know what? I'm gonna up the ante this one. I have $200 this time. I have 200.
Then it challenged this random guy named Terry from the crowd to come in and do 5 push-ups for $200.
For all the children in the crowd that don't know who the hell you are, better roll, buddy. And you can't be on your knees. Come on. Come on, Terry.
He got one, went back down to try to do the second one. He got the second one, went for the third, but then he gave up because he did 1,000 push-ups the other day. Then all of a sudden, Mo came out and then the match started. Mr. Four Names started on the offensive end of the match, but got a little bit too cocky and kept getting dropped with a bunch of big moves from Jabari. Then Mo got really fired up, went to the top rope, but he got kicked right in the face. Michael Allen, Richard Clark grabbed Mo Jabari and suplexed him back into the ring, followed up by a big moonsault springboard. The kids in the front row were not happy with that. Once Jabari kicked out, Michael looked over and started yelling at Terry because he climbed out of the crowd. Mo saw that opportunity, rolled up Allen, and got the win.
Calvary, this is a very special moment for a lot of us here at Dungeon Wrestling, and we hope you'll join us in this special moment and welcoming back to our ring a guy who literally helped make this company be what it is today. Would you please welcome Harry Smith?
Then all of a sudden, Harry Smith came out, and people went crazy for him. I stuck my arm out in hopes, and he gave us both a high five. I was so stoked.
Multi-time tag team champion, international wrestling sensation. Of course, the lineage is there. The lineage is in this very building. Harry Smith, welcome home.
Secondly, there's a lot of unfinished business. Before I took off to Japan,
But then he said this.
I promised a title shot for the Stu Hart Heavyweight Championship. And I'm still waiting for that title shot.
Well, Harry, admittedly, the landscape has changed, and since you left that championship behind to go to Japan, it's a whole different picture. Tonight, we have two incredible competitors.
Once he was done talking, it was Bridget versus Ava Lawless. Out of nowhere, Bridget got thrown into the ropes, and then she dodged Lawless, got put back into the corner, big boot to the arm, and then drove her down to the ground. Then Bridget started chasing Ava around the ring. She almost got elbowed in the head. Then Lawless started getting mad and slammed Bridget's head into the apron and the barricade like 10 times
Don't get a count out. Put her in the ring.
before throwing her back in the ring. Lawless then climbed into the ring, pinned Bridget up against the ropes, and started hitting her.
2, 4, 5.
Lawless went for a finisher, but then got reversed with a big elbow to the side of the head. Bridget then grabbed her and started rolling her up for a pin, but she rolled out of it. And then she knocked her out with a huge roundhouse kick. Grabbed her, looked like she was going to go for a pedigree. Then Ava spun around and knocked her down with a massive clothesline. Lawless then grabbed her, picked her up, and did this like backwards jaded thing, and was able to claim the victory.
semi-main event. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest, scheduled for one fall, is a one-on-one match with a 20-minute time limit.
The next match was Aiden English, I think that's what his name was, versus Dynamite Kid Cody Billington. The bell rang and the show was on the road. Aiden was able to grab him, but Cody did some crazy flip moves and dropped him down. He was then putting him in a submission. Aiden English was trying to get out of it. He was successful. Pinned Dynamite Kid up against the ropes and then kneed him in the stomach. Billington then got out of the way, started running across the ring, but then English got out of the way. And then Billington then got dropped on the apron. Then took a suplex. Then took another suplex. And you guessed it, another suplex. Went for the pin. Billington kicked out. Cody then got up and started hitting some chops on English, but he quickly lost his momentum. Then Aiden put Cody in an electric chair, but he rolled up and he kicked out. Then English went for a pedigree, but he got flipped over. Then they started brawling. Cody went for a pin. English kicked out. Then he grabbed him, flipped over, bounced off the ropes, and hit a massive dropkick. He then tried to throw him into the ropes, got reversed, went under his arm, and hit a big clothesline. Then Dynamite Kid climbed up to the top rope, executed the diving headbutt, and was able to take the Vic.
Main event of the evening is champion versus champion, and is for the Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight Championship.
The next match was Cutthroat Chris Knight versus Born Nasty Mike Santana for the Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight title.
This is the main event for Stampede 2, live at the Victoria Pavilion in beautiful Calgary, Alberta. It is a champion versus champion match scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit and is for the Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is the challenger to my left. From the Bronx, New York, weighing tonight at 230 pounds. He's the current reigning TNA Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He is born nasty, Mike Santana. To my right, he comes to us from the Australian Outback and weighs in tonight at 230 pounds. He is the reigning and defending Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight Champion. He is the Dungeon Wrestling Dirtbag. This is Cutthroat Chris Knight.
Right at the beginning of the match, Mike Santana hit a big chop on Chris Knight, threw him into the corner, and then hit a clothesline. Chris Knight then started gaining back the momentum, but that didn't last too long. Santana then put Knight in the corner. Then looked like he was setting up for something, but he got thrown over the rope. Then he got jabbed in the stomach, flipped over his back, went under his arm, and hit a springboard crossbody. Then all of a sudden they came out right up against the barricade I was standing behind, and they started brawling. It was crazy. Then Knight got dropped on the apron. Santana then pushed him back into the ring and said, "I know how to count," to the referee. He then jabbed him in the midsection yet again and did the same thing, flipped over his back, went off the ropes, tried to do the same thing again, but got caught. Chris Knight then hit a fall-away slam, put him in the corner, threw him across the ring into the corner, and went for the cover. He kicked out at 2. Mike Santana was having a bad time. Then Cutthroat Chris Knight picked him up and hit a backbreaker. Went for the pin. Santana kicked out at 2. Then Chris Knight put him in a sleeper. His arm dropped one time. They lifted his arm up again. It dropped again. They gave him one more chance, and his arm stayed up. He was standing back up, punched Chris Knight in the stomach, and escaped the hold. Knight then hit a massive punch to the back of the head and dropped him. Then he started twerking on him. Then Chris Knight was making his way up the rope, but he was taking way too long. As Santana stood up and tried to climb up to the top rope with him, it looked like he was going to try to hit a superplex. but Knight fought out of it. Santana rolled back up to his feet, jumped back up onto the top rope, and connected with an insane superplex. He then picked him up, dropped him on his back on the ground, started smacking the turnbuckle to get us fired up. Took a very long time though and tried to climb up to the top rope. He went for a splash, but Chris Knight got out of the way. Picked him up, tried to do something, but he dropped down, and then he got dropped down. Then out of nowhere, Chris Knight started using this belt to choke out Santana. The referee didn't call anything though. Santana then got pinned and he kicked out. Then he got dropped with a running power slam, got pinned and he kicked out at 2. Tried to pick him up, but he dropped down again and used the belt to his advantage. Dropped him to the ground and he just started throwing him around the ring with it. He then tried to pick him up on his shoulders and accidentally clotheslined the referee. Chris Knight then took that as an opportunity to grab his championship belt, but then out of nowhere, Harry Smith grabbed the title and pulled it out of his hand. Then out of nowhere, Santana clotheslined Chris Knight, climbed up to the top rope, and hit a splash. All of a sudden, the referee came out, and Mike Santana became the new double champion. Then all of a sudden, the original referee came over and told the announcer about what had happened and announced that Mike Santana had been disqualified during the match for clotheslining the referee, which meant that Chris Knight retained his title.
The Stu Hart Heritage Heavy.
You suck! You cheated! You suck!
Then after the match, Santana asked for the microphone and said a very, very kind speech.
No matter what happens, no matter where I end up, no matter what I do next, this right here, this ring, this building meant the absolute world to me, and I will never forget this building.